The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
So I watched the Oscars last night, Lewis. Did you watch them at all?
A little bit.
I honestly find it was almost unwatchable. It really struck me as some of the worst Oscars in a while, and I've been watching less and less. I mean, all the other award shows I haven't watched at all for years. I mean, it's so I find it both boring but just incredibly dumb.
Yeah, I haven't watched any type of award show in a long time.
And James Franco and Anne Hathaway were the hosts, and James Franco just seemed miserable to even be there, did he not? Some people said he was under the influence of drugs. I would never say that without knowing for sure.
That's what I thought at first, actually.
But he definitely didn't look happy to be there. And Anne Hathaway, I really find incredibly annoying. I mean, her whole thing where, who was it? Kirk Douglas hit on her, and she was holding her chest, and it's just also, she's so shocked that Kirk Douglas is hitting on her. I just did not get it. I just did not get the whole thing. It was too Hollywood insider-ish for me. It was pretentious. Anne Hathaway was like dying to please almost. I don't know. By the way, I noticed her doing the thing that Madonna sometimes does, the slight British accent intonation without really being a British accent. You know what I'm talking about, like the very pretentious kind of turning your nose up type of thing. I find it so annoying, just the whole thing. I really tuned in because...
Tell us how you really feel, Dave.
I wanted to see if Exit Through the Gift Shop won Best Documentary, produced by Banksy, the street artist. I was hoping it would win. It's a great documentary. I recommend it. And it didn't, unfortunately. That's really all I cared about. And what else happened? Well, Christian Bale won Best Supporting Actor. And I'm kind of off of Christian Bale after the whole... Remember the incident where he was recorded swearing at, I think it was the
Director of Photography.
Director of Photography for moving a light during a take. And not only was the incident itself annoying, but the fact that he does this thing... I know some people will say that if I were an actor, I would know that this is just part of what you do. But even when he was yelling at the lighting guy, he was using the character's accent instead of the way he actually speaks English. Mm-hmm. Something about that just really annoyed me. But I know I don't understand being an actor.
Yeah, I think he's one of those actors who will take on the role of his character several months before filming and maintain it through the duration of which, to be perfectly honest, a lot of the best actors do.
Now, at Full Sail Film Academy, where you went, if somebody in one of your productions did that, you would slap them and tell them to just get with the program and start acting normal, right? You wouldn't allow that at Full Sail on one of your productions.
Well, everything was like a short film, so...
it would just be a couple days they would be in character.
Right. I don't think that has ever happened there, or probably it will ever happen there.
Christian Bale, he also plugged a website. I don't know how common that is during an acceptance speech. He plugged, I guess it was I don't even know if it was the trainer that he worked with to get ready for his role in the film. He plugged the guy's website, and I think people booed. I mean, it's just a weird thing.
Yeah, I've never heard
bizarre.
that before at the Oscars.
The other thing is that it really feels like these people are completely disconnected from reality, and that they're just living in a fantasy world. And at one point, I don't remember if it was somebody who won an Oscar for something sound production related. They said, thanks to all of our union guys that worked with us, go unions. And it was obviously directed towards what's going on in Wisconsin, and people cheered. And I guess it was at least some semblance of living in reality from these people. Melissa Leo swore, didn't care about that. I mean, come on, swearing now. It's funny, swearing has become a big deal only because of the extreme religious conservatism and hysteria over if somebody uses a dirty word.
Right.
That's why do we even care, right? That people are swearing, really. And I don't know. I think I think I'm just off the Oscars. I don't get it. I don't know what's happened, but I just can't.
Well, welcome to the club.
I can't get myself to care at all about it.
Good for you. You shouldn't.
And thank you, Lewis, for validating my
I'm proud of you.
My feeling.
I'm proud. It took you a long time.
You've been off the Oscars for a while, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Lewis is a film connoisseur. By the way, earlier we were talking, Lewis doesn't like Taxi Driver, and he's got a whole shtick on it that he does. Today we were...
Sorry, Marty.
He has a whole theory about it. For Lewis, it's all about the story. And what was it? The story in Taxi Driver, it bores you.
It does.
All right. Lewis clearly doesn't want to get into
If there's
this.
anyone out there who agrees with me, please let us know.